shows at the
full disclaimer, you're walking into like Vikings territory.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
From
Yeah, we got a Vikings, podcast. So, but this is just banter in the desert.
Banter in the desert.
So we are at Purple Banter right now. We live in the house.
Live. Let's go.
But we got to get into, just because we have to save time. I have to dive in. Your first ever NFL touchdown was against the Minnesota Vikings.
That's right.
Wait, so who'd you beat? Who'd you burn?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. It was I ran a seam and it was kind of just some soft zone coverage.
Oh, some 2021
which is very
Vikings,
dude.
Yes.
I like how that's the sneakiest diss I've heard. Some soft zone.
Yeah, we're trying to go back in the history of like who was probably the guy.
Yeah, we got to pull up the 2021 roster.
Whenever I hear someone getting burned, it's always Mike Hughes to me. So but then I think that was mismatched years.
No,
so
that's not the right year.
I was too late on it.
Yeah,
but it's still burned in my like memory of just getting launched. So,
definitely.
But your career is just like keeps on kind of popping. I mean, you came to age during one of our games, so that that's very stinging.
I'm scared of the Lions next year too, as a Vikings fan.
Yeah, I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah, no, I really, really am, truly. And like when you guys were right on the cusp of the playoffs, that we were constantly saying like we don't want to meet the Lions in the playoffs. We really don't. So
that's what people kept saying.
Yeah.
I mean, we had a lot of momentum rolling into the second half of the season, so
yeah,
it would have been interesting if we would have gotten in.
And it feels like, from at least an outsider's perspective, that you guys have one of the closest locker rooms in the league right now too.
I feel that way. At least when I got there 2 years ago, my rookie season, we seemed like a really young team. I know specifically our tight end unit is really tight.
Okay.
And it definitely feels that way. And also just the culture from Coach Campbell on down is pretty special to be a part of. So
what is it about like tight end culture? Because you're all just like in between different types of positions. You're all hybrids, like hyphenate type players.
Yeah.
And the culture is like these like super dope bros. You don't have like long flowing hair, but there's a lot of that right now in tight end culture.
There's been a lot of pressure to grow mine out.
So did you become tight end for the culture?
I knew I was going to be a tight end in middle school, actually. That's when I started playing it. But I always loved tight end. But that's a funny question because we were just talking about that earlier, talking about tight end U and what it is about the group. I don't know, but it just seems like everyone's kind of a like-minded dude, like you said.
Yeah.
It's a unique position that is not as well known as others, so maybe that's kind of where it kind of folds together. But
you just might be one of those unique professional sporting positions that potentially is one of the best positions to be in within all of it, because the deep fans, if you're good like you, will fuck with you, and then you don't have to deal with a bunch of the other bullshit that some of the other guys get to. So I feel like I see you guys like
it's like a nice middle ground.
Yeah, you have like this interesting middle ground where you can be like loose with it.
Yeah.
But you don't get like the ego of the receiver. The receiver's always got the ego, right?
I just wish we got the money.
Got it. So the ego comes with the cash. All right. So you want that ego.
Oh, if it brings the cash, then for sure.
Yeah, maybe gotta talk a little shit. You know what I mean? I don't know.
That's not me. That's not me.
No, that's cool. Yeah. You're from Texas, man.
Yeah.
Like, so that's cool. Growing up from Texas football blowing up right now. Especially the whole conversation with the quarterbacks from Texas, whatever. So how does that, like, football culture in Texas, is that like just very different? Is it very tough? Like, talk about that. Like, what does it look like when you were growing up?
Yeah, I mean, it was it for sure is what it seems like from outside looking in, I'd say.
Yeah.
It's Texas is a huge part of your life growing up there. My dad played football at Texas Tech, and my older brother played at Rice. So I knew when I was young that I wanted to play football. That's like all I ever wanted to do. Yeah. But that's pretty much every kid's dream growing up in Texas. It's either you're gonna play football or you're gonna have to find something else to do.
Yeah.
And so like the whole Friday Night Lights thing and everything, that was it for us. So I think the whole state is kind of surrounds the sport, and it is exciting to see a lot of hype surrounding the colleges again, especially with the NIL stuff. The schools have so much money behind them, and so it would be cool to see if they can run with that and be successful.
I mean, you can be truthful with us. No one's going to see this podcast, so there's got to be times that like your high school games are way more fun than like Ford Field, right?
Oh, are you kidding me?
It's gotta be way more fun.
Have you been to Ford
Texas
Field
football?
lately?
Oh, Detroit Lions games. We
All
can.
right, my high school games were a blast.
Yeah,
They were a
okay.
blast.
You can just be
They're
a little
awesome.
honest with us. Like it was popping.
Yeah, if you could look up Cy-Fair student section, you'll be blown
Did you
away.
like
Is
win
that where you went to high
state and that
school?
kind of stuff? Like where were
No,
you?
no.
Okay.
We won state the year after I graduated.
You
so
created the program.
You built the
Yeah, you
foundation.
built
Yeah.
the foundation.
Yeah.
Yep.
laid the building blocks
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
sure.
But you
Exactly.
so Lions Stadium's popping now. You're saying
It's popping. Yeah,
Okay.
we had a bunch of sold out games this year.
Yeah.
The crowd's been crazy loud. I mean, y'all should have heard the Thanksgiving game against the Bills this year.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was-
I
it
remember that was
crazy in there.
nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nuts.
So it's been fun. Detroit fans are awesome. And
Yeah.
especially with the momentum we had, like I was talking about towards the end of the season. A lot of people showing up, showing out. So
I
been
do
cool.
fuck with Detroit fans because like they get it. They're so much like Vikings fans, where like they're passionate about their team. They're willing to kind of go through the ebbs and flows. They'll love you forever.
Yeah.
And
Right.
if you win, holy
Oh,
shit, then
game
it's
over.
different.
Yeah. Yep.
And with Michigan's success too lately, it's been fun because you got the crossover, the college
Sure.
and
Yep.
NFL at the same
Oh
time.
yeah.
Sure.
And then Red Wings and Tigers as well, starting to get it going.
So you're baking into the culture.
So
out there.
Michigan's
Oh, I
the
love
place
it.
to
Okay.
be.
It's been the
All
people have
right.
been great to me. I love it up there.
Do you guys go to like Wings games and stuff?
I went to one after the our Thanksgiving game this year, and it was I think it was the second NHL game I've ever been to, but I'm hooked now.
They're
It
so
was- it
fun
was
live,
awesome.
right? It's
Yeah.
there's nothing like hockey
When you
live.
go
There
live
really
and you can like
isn't.
pound on the glass
Yep.
and just see
Sweet.
one of your best friends probably beat the shit out of somebody. It
Yeah.
feels good.
Well, yeah, there was a fight in the first
Oh, the best.
period, and
Yeah.
then it went to a shootout and everything.
If there's,
So,
like, not a fight, I'm
everything
like,
you
oh,
want in a
yeah.
hockey game to happen ended up happening. So it was perfect.
Dude, I've been waiting for NFL Roger Goodell to implement a rule that like for 1 minute or 5 minutes, whatever, NFL players just fucking fight, dude.
And then set
What?
up a penalty box. And
Yeah!
Oh, okay.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
Offensive lineman gets tired. He's like, you know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
start throwing some punches. I can.
I
take a
love
break.
it. There was a few fights this season though, like I mean not
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
but there was some good
Some couple
Yeah.
weeks ago, there's some big ones.
yeah.
Yeah. And then you build a momentum, and then you get 1 minute to like beat the shit out of it. It's fun.
I mean, Dominic Soon kind of like screwed that for everybody.
Yeah.
They're like, yo, no more fighting, man.
Yeah, the
We're
whole-
stomping on heads out here.
You like Apple and ABL, that shit. Like, kind of like okay, cool it a little bit. That's cool, man.
So, I mean, how do you feel about like where the state of the NFL is at, where your position is? I feel like people are finally starting to appreciate the tight end more, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. There's a lot more. I mean, it helps when you have some superstar guys like Kelsey too.
Yeah.
Sure.
And, TJ is going to be looking for a contract here in a year, and so and the role is just expanding each year in offenses throughout the league. So it's fun to see, and I'm happy that I'm a tight end.
Yeah.
It's the best position.
So are you going Chiefs or Eagles this weekend?
I haven't.
You don't care.
I haven't taken a side
Yeah.
yet. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna stay away from answering that one. But I do think it's gonna be an awesome game.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
Hopefully high scoring as
Yeah.
we anticipate. What do you got
Top
going
G.
on off the field? What are your little endeavors? Everyone's got a little side hustle. What,
This
what do you
time
got?
of year, a lot of golf.
Okay.
Especially with weather like this out in Arizona.
Yeah.
I'll be back out here in March and hopefully get a lot of golf in, and then
Mhm.
just get back into training and everything like that. But yeah, for me, it's enjoy the sunshine while I have it.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
know
true.
what it's like.
Oh
up in,
yeah.
We know.
Up in the Midwest.
We know.
Once you get out of there, it's nice to get a little bit of sunshine and a little
Yeah.
refresher.
Have you done the Super Bowl before?
No, it's my first time.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So you're just like soaking it all in.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, it's a zoo in there, Radio Row, everything
Yeah.
going on, but it's really cool. It's kind of a spectacle for sure.
Definitely.
What's the feeling of like your team not being here, but still also being just excited to be a part of the league? That's like, you get so many different availability to just be a part of it.
Yeah, it's cool. It's fun. It's also just cool to see all the other guys and meet
Yeah.
guys that you haven't seen before, or catch up with teammates. Like I was just in there, saw Aiden Hutchinson. Didn't know I'd run into him, but that's always fun. So
Does it make you want to like just get back to the gym a little bit and get back on the field? Be like, yo, I gotta be the dude that everyone's talking about here.
it does. It for sure
It's-
does. Yeah, there's some motivation there behind that.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's good to be able to see and feel and just be like, damn, this is fucking
We could
real.
be here. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Definitely. Well.
Oh, sorry. Last thing I would just say because I just want to get out my chest. Yeah,
Oh.
tight end value has been going up because it's followed up the question we kind of asked earlier because of the the big contracts that these guys are getting. I don't know, man. You excited for this next couple years because you're still a young guy, and then I think something is really good coming down the line for you because a lot of teams are needing good tight ends, and I don't know. It's interesting to where that like path is going for you guys like you.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. It's we'll see what happens the next couple years, but just staying healthy and keep getting better, and hopefully some more Lions wins down the way.
That's
I know
right.
you're
I
not hoping for that, but
We always split.
We're gonna wish
It
you
doesn't even
well.
matter.
But
Yeah.
Prepare that savings account, my boy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, we got Kirk Cousins for how many fucking years? So it's like
yeah.
he knows how to beat Detroit, except everybody else.
Go, man.
We love it.
Yes. Thank you.
yeah, of
so
course.
much.
Thanks for
Man,
having me on.
appreciate it. We are your primer for Radio Row, so we
Yeah.
appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, of course.
Do
I
you
was
wanna-
wearing a Pistons jacket
That
to
was
be
so
honest with you.
painless.
That's
That was so easy.
Yeah.